Joseph, welcome to Provost Profiles. I'm really glad to have you here today.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
Should we start?
Yeah, let's get started.
Okay, so tell me a bit about where we are today and how this particular place is playing a role in your education here.
This is the Mitchell Center for the Arts, and this beautiful lobby is for the Wortham Theater. And this is where I spend all of my time. I'm a stage management major here. This is my community, right? These are the people that I care about. The way that we all get to train together here for the profession with this awesome faculty has been a miracle. Like, I'm super surprised that it has been as great as it has been.
So what is stage management? What does that entail?
So stage management, we say it's the guardian of the collaborative process. And
Ooh.
So it's a fun tagline. We bring all the departments together. So we are in rehearsal. We're sitting next to the director. We are making sure that everyone's running on time, on schedule. We build the schedule with the director, but we also coordinate with all the different shops. So we have the scenic shop, lighting and sound, costumes, so that whenever we get into tech rehearsals, whenever we're all in the theater together, everything's there when it needs to be there, and we're all making sure that the director's vision is in line with all the designers and that the actors are finding their way through the script easily and bringing everyone together.
So you have to have some good people skills, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and that's what I really love about this department is the stage management program here trains you with the technicalities, right? Like the paperwork and how are we most efficient, how do we stay on schedule? But the emphasis here is about how do we work with people, how are we a good collaborator, and how are we a good human?
How many hours a day do you spend in this building?
I'm typically here 8 a.m. to 11 p.m.
8 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Yeah, a lot of time. But it's awesome. And I mean, in that, right? Like there's classes. I'm a student worker in the box office, so I have been working in the box office some, and then I'm in rehearsal, so it's always different.
I love that enthusiasm. Did you know you were going to do anything related to theater when you first came to UH?
I did. So my dad was my high school theater teacher. And so I grew up like in his program. He'd been there for 20 years when I got there. And so he was like, be as creative as you want. And he just really gave me the reins to do what I loved.
Let's do a speed round, some quick questions. Okay. What's your favorite play?
Oh my gosh. The Cherry Orchard by Chekhov, I think is beautiful and talks about kind of the rise and fall of different cultures and how they, when they're working together, like what that dynamic is like. It talks a lot about who we are and how we can experience change.
Favorite professor?
Rachel Bush is the head of the stage management program, and she is the best mentor in the world. I can't imagine what my training would be like without her. Being able to see how she runs the theater so successfully is just a gift to be able to see what I can do in the future.
Favorite thing about the University of Houston?
I would just say that like the School of Theater and Dance being able to function as close to a professional theater company as it can is really a gift, and I really appreciate that from the support that the university gives it to be able to do that.
Dream job?
I'd like to be an artistic or executive director for a regional theater company and focus on how we build a community with our audiences. I think is really important to me, and how we're impacting change in our societies. And that's what this program is really great at, is we learn about how to make theater. We also learn about the theater scene around America. A lot of our faculty is really plugged into that scene, and they're big names in the industry. And so we get to learn with who they're working with, and we get to learn from all the great guest directors we have.
What's your recommendation for any future Coogs, or for students that might be thinking about university that might not know they're planning to be Coogs yet?
I think that looking to a university that values you as a student is really important. I've always felt that that was something that we had here, is that the students' voices are heard. And I know that if I walked into the faculty offices here, anyone that's here, their door is going to be open. They're willing to talk to me. They're wanting to talk to me. They want to hear what students are thinking about their program. And a place that's student first and has big goals, like the top 50 commitment that UH has. Right now, it's a great university, and we're looking for the next step. And I think that's something that's exciting, to be able to kind of be in that like hustle culture that UH has going.
Do you have any questions for me?
What is the most...
Oh, you have that question ready? Whoa.
I was like, what are you most excited to see here in the next few years?
You talked about what I think is some of the most amazing part about UH is we're not satisfied with who we are or what we are. Mm-hmm. We are great, but we always want to be better. And so it's seeing what we can do, in the next year, in the next 2 years.
It is kind of like a secret right now, how great this program is. I think all of us kind of stumble into this being qualified for this program, but not expecting it to be as explosive as it is when you're here.
Well, thank you so much for spending time with me
Yeah.
on Provost Profiles. I've enjoyed chatting with you, and I look forward to seeing what you do next. So I hope we'll keep in touch.
Thank you. Me too. Thanks so much.